everyone, and thank you. Good evening. Thank you for having me here tonight. My name is Charles Ramsey, and I currently serve all of you on the West Concord Unified School District Board of Education as its board president. But now I'm seeking office for the 4-year seat here with the Richmond City Council, and I'm excited about running. And I want to thank all the candidates for putting their best efforts forward and doing everything they can to really look at what Richmond needs to do. A little bit about me before we get into the question. I'm actually a lifelong resident of Richmond, having grown up here on the south side. My father actually helped integrate the DA's office in 1964 when he got out of Old Hall, and that's how we came to Richmond. I then came back after, first went to UCLA and got my undergraduate degree and graduated from Hastings College of Law, and moved actually to Point Richmond and worked after the big Safeway fire that they had with my godfather, David Rosenthal. And came into Richmond and decided to stay and ran for school board, and I've served for the last 21 years here in this community. And so I felt that I wanted to take my experience, my talents, and what I have really learned and bring it to the city of Richmond. And so for me, the biggest challenge facing Richmond, and then how I'll address it, I think is the budget. I think the fiscal crisis that we see right now is a serious one. All the things that we've heard from Tom and from Javon and other council members are all true. They're good things. And I'm glad that I'm here living as a resident and being able to see the successes that they've accomplished. But there's some real challenges and some real problems. And when you have an annual budget of $133 million, but you're extending $140 million, that's a big problem in this community. And we have to start to look at how we address it. I think you heard about Measure U. And I think the sales tax is a part of the solution, and I think people need to pass it. But it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be hard. I've led the effort along with other board members for 3 parcel taxes that we've had, so we haven't had a loss of services in our district, been able to keep class sizes down, and be able to do it. So I've understood budget crises and dealt with it very often. Just recently, in 2010, when we were looking at having to downsize and close 10 schools, we were able to partner with the city and not see that happen. And I think that creative effort has led to us rebuilding the swim center now and hopefully a lot of people use it at Kennedy High School that is there. I use it as well as the plunge because I try to swim. I actually walk here on the shoreline, and it's wonderful. We need to continue to expand and grow and make sure that that remains active and involved, because I think it's critical that we look at our environment. And I've done that in our school district by tearing down old schools, getting rid of and doing the remediation, doing the environmental protections that we need, and working with DTSC in terms of getting rid of toxins in Richmond. We've really done that and done that well. So I understand about how to make and keep the environment safe. And please remember, I did serve on the Planning Commission in 1992 and 1993. So I've been around for a very long time. I strongly believe that if we don't address the budget deficit problem, that a lot of the services and gains that we see will be lost. And I think it's critical that we address those and make sure that happens. So one is making sure we have increased revenue. 2, what nobody's talking about, and I could struggle with, our county assessor, Gus Kramer, has devalued properties all throughout the city of Richmond to where it's become a chronic challenge. It's a 24% decrease, and that's costing the city $5 or $6 million annually, just because of property reductions that are aggressively pursued and failed to be reinstated. I have partnered now with the city of Richmond to take this challenge on, to let Betty know, who's running for state controller, that it's important that we do that so that we can get actual revenue into the city that needs to be ongoing. That's how I would address the budget problem. Why you should vote for me? The campaign will be able to talk about that and make those decisions after you hear us for a long time. One thing I don't want you to really think, I'm an independent candidate. This is new for me in terms of how Richmond runs their races. So these billboards and all these other things you may see, that isn't just a reflection of me, that's other people and what they think. You'll be hearing from Charles Ramsey about what Charles Ramsey stands for and what Charles Ramsey believes. And you can better believe I'm committed to the Marina Bay Neighborhood like I am the rest of the community. I'll be out here, I'll be walking neighborhoods, I'll listen to you, and I'll hear your ideas. Please, I do encourage you to call me. My cell phone number is 682-5600 if you want to follow up from this meeting, because I value your input and I value your voice. Thank you for taking